one boy, Mike, about 32 years old, and he's single. And he had one daughter, a year younger, about 31. She's married and lives in Washington. She married a Wade. What's his first name? Mary Wade, and they have 3 children. They live at Everett, Washington. And Violet is the oldest girl living. She has 2 children. Janet, not married. She's in her 20s, about 27 or 8. And Jeff, he's married to Julia Esther. They don't have no children yet. And Joanne is the youngest girl. She has 2 girls. One, Jill, lives in Richmond. Works at Palladium, Item. And Jane, she lives in Richmond too. She married Jeff. Muller from Indianapolis. They live in Richmond, and he works at Richmond there, and she works over New Paris. Jane, the youngest girl.
What was Joanne's husband's name?
Joanne's husband is
Violet.
Elmer Bruns.
Is Violet's.
Violet's husband was Elmer Bruns.
Okay.
And Joanne's husband was Roger Emery. That takes us down on every one of them, I think. And Maud, my oldest aunt, George's oldest daughter, she was married to I can't remember. What is Cochran? Aunt Maud was married to Cochran, and he died back in the 50s, and she lived to be about 79 or 80 years old, and she died about late 70s. And she had six children. Leland Cochran, he lives at Columbus, Indiana. Lloyd Cochran, he lives at Scottsburg. And George Cochran lives at around Madison, west of Madison, little piece. Then she had, Aunt Maud had some girls. Their names were Doris, Loss, and Ted Hazel. She died after she was married. Doris Moss. What was that youngest girl's name now? That one was about Mama's age. They was about the same age. I can't think what her name was. You know, I don't know.
It wasn't Ernest, was it?
No. Maud's girl.
Oh.
What was that girl's name? Alma. Had a girl, Alma. Then Aunt Pearl was the third girl. She had 4 girls and a boy. Had Mildred. I don't know who she married. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of what her name was. Gladys. I know what her name was, but I can't think of which one's which. Gladys, Mildred, and she had a June girl. And she had one married to Alexander, didn't she? Alexander died young, about middle age, and he was heart trouble. Or either she was a daughter of this other girl. And they had one boy named Robert Clark. Pearl married a Clark, Frank Clark. And Aunt Belle, she had about six children growing, I think. I don't know all their names really. I know the boy's name was George, Robert, what's that boy's name in Virginia? That tall boy. I can't think of one boy's name. Then they had the one that died last year. They had a Ray, and they had a Lester. Ray died a couple years ago, in about 85. And had Lester, he was the youngest boy. He killed himself when he was in the Marine Corps. In the Marine Corps, he was a veteran of Vietnam 3 times, 3 hits. And Mom had a brother, Harry. He was married to Bessie, was her name. They had one girl, Barbara, and they moved from Rockford, Illinois during the war to California. And then he went down to New Mexico and died down at White Sands. And he died down there. I guess he was buried there at White Sands. And she's dead too, I heard. I think Barbara's dead too. I think maybe Barbara had a child or two. And Ray, he was in the Navy during World War I, and he lived in the West a few years, Montana and Oregon. Then he come home when Grandpa died. Grandpa died in '39. Let's see, I'm down to Ray. And Ray married a lady that had 12 children. But he didn't have any children of his own.
What was her name?
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
He married Lorraine. And Omer was the youngest boy living. He's dead now. He got killed in the factory in Montana with a lift truck. He had 3 or 4 children, but I don't know what their names was. He had one named Jack, but I ain't right sure where he was. He was in the Army a while and come up to see Ray, but I don't know. I ain't right sure. One of them boys was his wife's sister's boy. They raised him, but they had 2 or 3 of their own. His wife's name was, I don't know. I forgot. What was his wife's name? Homer and... That's Homer's, Harry's wife. Homer was married out in Montana, and his family is all out there living. Let's see, I've got them all, I think, Gay. Let's see, Grandpa, I didn't, at first I didn't tell what year he died. And Grandma lived to be, 78.
You know what her maiden name was?
Grandma
Yeah.
was Falk. Yeah.